good to see you again. Vehicle use, your personal car. This is a big topic to the self-employed and a good way to reduce the profit down in your business. There are two basic methods, and both of them require a logbook. So let's talk about the logbook. The first thing that's required in this logbook is what I call the bookends. The first of the year, what's the odometer on the vehicle say? The end of the year, what's the odometer say? Those are your bookends. Everything else is the total miles driven by the car. Okay, so let's say you begin to use the vehicle for business purposes. Keep in mind, commuting does not count. So when I come to my office from the house, that doesn't count. But if I go to the bank or to the office supply store, that's for business purposes. And it's always a round trip. Trust me, I didn't walk back. Okay, from that point in the logbook, you must have three things, and these are critical. The IRS watches these guys and takes it away if you don't. You've got to have the date that you use the car. You've got to have the number of miles, again, round trip, and the who you saw or what you did or both. Doesn't require a small book of direction of what you did. It just says, I saw so-and-so, we discussed business, I bought some products, I went to the bank, deposited some money or took some money out, whatever. Something that says, this is what I did on that date using the car. And keep in mind, these notes have to make sense to you up to 3 years from now, because that's how back the audit record can go, and you'll need to prove what you were doing. Okay, that's the logbook. The two methods are called actual cost and mileage. Let's talk about actual cost. You've taken your logbook, you know that 80% of the miles driven were for business. We now take every dime you spend to make that car operate, gas, repair, maintenance, insurance, car tags, whatever. Apply it to 80%, there's your business expense. This method also allows you to depreciate the vehicle. The first couple of years it's great, after that it's next to nothing. Okay, that's the actual cost method. The second method is just taking that logbook and taking the business miles times the mileage rate that the IRS allows that year. In 2013, it's 56.5 cents a mile. Don't ask me where the half cents come from. This is what Congress does. But in 2014, it's 56 cents a mile. A couple times in the past, as gas prices have been increasing quickly through the year, they adjusted these numbers inside the year. But that's all it is taking the business miles times the rate that the IRS allows. There's no other depreciation. Everything is built into that figure. It's a good deal. And except for depreciation, produces typically a bigger expense cost. Here's the bottom line. If you're not in the habit of buying a new vehicle every 2-3 years, I would highly recommend the mileage method. It produces over the long haul a much better expense. The one caveat here is tolls and parking. If you live in Oklahoma like I do, a lot of roads are toll roads. Those you separate out and you get to deduct those no matter which method you're using. Okay, now let's say instead of being self-employed or a single member LLC, kind of the same thing on the tax return, let's say that you're either a partnership or a corporation of some type. I'm always asked, well, shouldn't I put the car inside the business, inside the corporation, make it a company asset? And the answer is 9 times out of 10, no, it's not a good deal. We can go through the number crunching to show you why, but for this discussion, I'll just say no. The big plus to keeping it personal is that when you do use the car for business purposes, the company reimburses you, the employee, for using it. When you need some cash out of the company, once a month, you present the company your logbook and say, I drove 2,000 miles this month, times 56.5 cents a mile, boom, there's the check you get. That check is tax-free. I like tax-free. but it's an expense to the business. So we're reducing the profit of your business by treating you as an employee using your personal vehicle to do business activity. Makes a lot of sense that way. Again, the code changes, these numbers change, so keep that in mind. Well, I hope this has helped. If you have further questions, please give me a call.